What's up, all you Quantumaniacs? You were wondering where I went? Well, we started a new channel called The Main Eventer, focused on good WWE content. So make sure you all go subscribe, turn on notifications, the whole nine. There'll be a link below in the description in the pinned comment. But if you want to see more of me back on TPS, show me some love and let's get this video to 2,500 likes. Welcome to Why You Can't Hate, a series that takes a look at the most one-sided controversial moments or people in sports, and we defend the underdog. So today we present Why You Can't Hate on LeVeon Bell. 5 years in the league, 4 yards per carry on average, 3-time Pro Bowler, 2-time holdout, and a partridge in a pear tree. LeVeon Bell is flirting the line with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and this year might be his last in the black and yellow. Now, Bell has yet to suit up for the Steelers in 2018 as he holds out for a long-term deal with the team. Fans are crying that he's not a team player. Others are calling him selfish, greedy, egotistical, and someone who only cares about himself. This is a team sport, they yell. He should do what's best for the team and stop being a spoiled brat, they yell. Are we done? Good, because no, Bell doesn't not give a damn, as teammate Ramon Foster said, and no, he doesn't need to man up like teammate David DeCastro suggests. Bell is thinking about himself, yes, and if you can keep your terrible towels down for a second, then you'll see why Bell's decision is the right one. The franchise tag scam. Bell and the Steelers have been working towards a new deal for 2 years now, to no avail. Is Bell asking for too much? Are the Steelers being too stingy? Who knows? What we do know is that the Steelers have pulled the same scam on Bell the last 2 years in hopes of quieting him down. It's called the franchise tag. When teams can't reach a deal with their star player, they can slap the franchise tag on them and basically hold them on a 1-year deal for a predetermined amount. In this case, the amount is $11.866 million. Not bad, right? It's even better seeing as the Steelers upped that amount to $14.5 million. Still, no dice for Bell, who has made it clear that he wants to be the highest paid running back in the league. He held out and refused to attend any team activities. So why is all this happening? Bell signed a 4-year, $4.12 million rookie contract back in 2013. So a 1-year, $14.5 million deal should be great, no? No. See, his contract expired in 2017, and instead of negotiating to pay the man what he deserves, the Steelers have done 1-year deals instead. And this wouldn't be such a huge deal if we were talking about the NBA or Major League Baseball. But this is the NFL, where the average career length of a running back is dependent on who you ask. The NFL itself says that it's about 6 years, while the NFLPA says it's more like 3 years. As for our friends at Statista, they have it at 3.3 years. So who's right? Who cares? Regardless of which numbers you choose to follow, it's clear that Bell is already in the latter half of his career by sheer statistics. Now, the eyeball test may say differently, but he's made it clear that if he can't get a deal done with the Steelers, he's not against retiring. If he signed the franchise tag, he'd be on the hook to play for the designated amount unless he sits out, which would lead to fines and all that. By choosing to not sign and to sit out most of the season, he's basically betting on himself in hopes of preserving his body in preparation for next summer when he'll be a free agent and he can really cash in on a long-term contract. And he's playing a dangerous game, but so are the Steelers by not negotiating with their best player in a year where the AFC is weaker than ever. A class of his own. As the season approached, some big names were still yet to be signed. Those names included Aaron Rodgers, Odell Beckham Jr., Aaron Donald, and Khalil Mack. And for more on Mack and why you can't hate the Raiders for trading him, click here. Now, all those players eventually were given big paydays. Rodgers negotiated an extension for 4 years and $134 million with $67 million guaranteed. Odell signed a 5-year, $95 million extension with $65 million in guarantees. Donald signed a 6-year, $135 million extension with $87 million guaranteed. And Mack signed a 6-year, $141 million contract with the Chicago Bears, with $90 million of that being guaranteed. So the precedent was set. The players who held out were rewarded either by their original team or a new team looking to bring in new faces. So why should Bell settle for anything less? The Steelers are playing chicken with potentially the best running back in franchise history. And for what? What's their end game? Do they think that by stiffing Bell, they're somehow gonna make him change his mind? Oh, I'm coming in for less than what I'm worth. The Steelers are as much to blame here as Bell is, and maybe more so. The man has rushed for more than 1,200 yards in 3 of his 5 seasons in Pittsburgh. And he's contributed 42 touchdowns in his career so far. So why not pay the man what he wants? I understand that he wants to be paid as both a receiver and a running back, but seeing as how he finished second on the team in targets last season and since 2016 has run more routes per game than Julio Jones, shouldn't he be? So I ask again, why not pay the man? The Steelers are worried that Bell's game will decline as he ages, and their skepticism isn't misplaced. There aren't a lot of Adrian Petersons or Curtis Martins floating around anymore, and that's because the harsh reality is that most running backs experience some good years and then watch as their numbers take a nosedive. But, spoiler alert Pittsburgh, this is the issue Bell is driving at. Bell wants to sign a max-length contract, not because he would see an increase in money, but rather because he wants the job security going forward. NFL teams cutting players at the first sign of decline is as common as torn ACLs on their star quarterbacks. Sorry, 49ers fans. Too soon? And Bell knows that. He wants that long-term deal so that if his numbers decline for whatever reason, he doesn't get cut prematurely from the team. Now, the Steelers might be right to question Bell's longevity in the league, but if they truly looked at his game, then they would realize how wrong they are. LeVeon Bell isn't like most running backs. Yes, he's athletic. Yes, he's strong. But he's a patient runner, he has great field vision, and he's a threat in the passing game, which keeps defenses on their toes when game planning for him. Now, this combination of skills is what makes him a top running back, as well as a top receiving threat. Skeptic or not, if Pittsburgh lets him walk, then their terrible towels may actually stand for them being terrible. Now, whose side of the debate are you on? Join us in the comment section below and let us know. And it feels good to be back on TPS, but you can still catch me on The Main Eventer, so go check out our content over there. Now, if you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we truly appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.